glory of men can only be found in the story of their lives. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step. Great things start little, and according to Prophet OKWUDILI, the only thing that starts from the top is grave digging. The documentary you're about to watch is the story of the beginning, the very beginning of Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministry. Prophet OKWUDILI, a graduate of Imo State University, born to Mr. and Mrs. Raphael Ezonyido, received the call of God upon his life on October 2002. And he was commissioned with the mandate to raise men of knowledge in word and power through the preaching of the word of faith and salvation. In 2003, he started Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries as a fellowship in a rented hall at 28 Nwanne Street, Umuahia. This fellowship ran for 3 years. During this period, the fame of the ministry spread abroad. The anointing of God upon his life was very evidential. Signs and wonders were the order of the day. Miracles oozed out from the fellowship, and people came in their numbers. It was during these years that God blessed the fellowship with 5 plots of land, in addition to the 2 plots they already had at Amandiebo Omuchinkata, which is now known as number 19 Zion Heritage Drive by Ameke Junction off Bende Road, Umuahia, Abia State. According to Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the sun. As the fame of the fellowship increased, it was necessary that he got married to a suitable helpmeet. This was a step necessary for the next level in life and ministry. Through the interplay of grace and purpose, his path crossed with the path of Miss Ifoma Marcus, born to Mr. and Mrs. Marcus Aradinono. At that time, she was just graduating from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, where she served in a campus fellowship known as NIFES. She loved the Lord, was very born again and zealous for the Lord. It is important to know that there are 3 most important days in the life of every man. The day he receives Christ, the day he discovers his purpose, and the day he finds the right partner. On the 1st of April 2006, they got married. That was the major watershed in his life and ministry. 1 month after the wedding, God instructed him to sell his only car. He shared it with his wife. The car was sold for 290,000 naira and was placed in the church account. After the car was sold, a proceeding instruction came from God. God said,
I have finished business with you in this old side. Meet me on the other side.
The money gotten from the sale of the car was for the foundation of the new site. After the instruction, Prophet OKWUDILI created a group from the committed fellowship members, and he named them Nehemiah's Company. They were to be in charge of the new church building. On the 2nd week of February 2007, the members of the fellowship came into the new site, which was by then a very thick bush, and cleared it. All they had left from the money sold from the car was 200,000 naira. The question now became, how were they going to build a church auditorium with just a paltry sum of 200,000 naira? You need to understand that God is always reliable, but sometimes his ways appear unreasonable to men. They assumed that this money was not going to be enough for the church building, so they resorted to building a bacha. As the work progressed, the 200,000 naira refused to finish. 2 wings were added to the bacha. The blocks came up by the side until it had windows. This was not part of the original plan, because by virtue of the amount of money available the original plan was to use trampolines at the site to shed people from rain and sunlight. To their amazement, in just 3 months, the church building was fully completed, except that there was no plastering on the walls and no glasses by the windows. On the 13th of May 2007, the church face of Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries was inaugurated. That is 5 years ago. On that same day, their first son David was also dedicated. On that particular ceremony, they had 981 people in attendance. The theme of the inauguration was "Behold Your Rehoboth." Bishop John Praise, their spiritual father, ministered on that day. Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries has experienced many rough times and storms, but through it all, she has come out stronger and better. For the record, there has never been a better yesterday since her inauguration. On the 20th of May 2007, the first service of Zion as a church was held with 154 members in attendance. Since then, it has been from one level of glory to another. One thing you must learn is never to despise the days of little beginning, because the vision is only for an appointed time. Today, Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries headquarters is 5 years old. Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries Port Harcourt branch is 1 year and 4 months old. Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries now has 2 campus fellowships, one at ABSU chapter and the other at Michael Okpara University of Agriculture. Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries also has 25 ZAC centers scattered all over the city of Umuahia. Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries recently planted a baby branch in Manchester, United Kingdom. The Enthronement Bible Institute of this same commission was inaugurated in March 2008. Now it is in its 5th year and has currently graduated 352 graduates. Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries started Estate Ministries on September 2009. The television ministry started in June 2010, airing on ACBN and later on joined Hosanna and BCA. The first book, titled Exploring Your Heritage in Zion, published by the church, was in October 2007. Now the church has 21 books already published, with 17 others coming out very soon. The Zion Football Club was inaugurated in 2011 with the vision of raising footballers for Christ. On September 2010, the women arm of the church during their 2nd year women convention blessed the church with a very big bus, fondly called Esther. February this year, God blessed the church through the state government, who gave us a brand new bus. Presently, a citadel of education is still under construction for World Changers Academy. This is a 3-story building for the nursery and primary school, which will resume its admission September this year. The tape ministry of the church, known as Message of Enthronement, has churned out thousands of testimonies together with the 2 music albums from the church, The Phenomenon and Soul Lifted. The weekly radio broadcast every Thursday by 8:30 has made thousands of people get glued to their radios because of the avalanche of testimonies reached through the program. On January 9, 2011, Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministry started her 2nd service, making it a double service every Sunday. On that same day, 6 pastors were ordained, together with 2 evangelists. Tens of people with sickle cells have had their genotypes miraculously changed. The annual program 7 Super Sundays have become an iconic one because of the testimonies and miracles which occur every July to August. Drug addicts and core criminals have received Christ through the ministration of the servants of God. The church has experienced miracles of conception, safe deliveries, deliverances, and miracles in their marriages. Infirmities like HIV and diabetes and other diseases which have defied medical solutions have all been healed by this same God of Zion. Of a truth, there is no great man anywhere. Any great man you see is a man greatly helped by God. If God has done all this in 5 years, I wonder what our testimony will be in the next 5 years. If God can do all these things with Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries, then your personal testimony will be greater. This documentary has not been created to brag or boast. Rather, it was created to show and teach that a man can receive nothing unless it has been released to him from above. People of Zion, who is the doer of all these things? It is the God of Zion. Remain lifted for life, for life, for life, for life.